Now we'll finish our foot controls by adding custom parameters that will drive our toe bend. Just wanted to show you on the right foot, I'm going to have the bank set up, and the expression is actually the same as what we used on the left side. The only difference is that we tie in the right foot bank parameter. Alright, so with that said, let's say we go ahead and create another set of custom parameters to this time drive our toe bending. And again, you can set up a control for that if you like, but I find just to have everything clean. Again, going back to our layers and hiding a few of these things, just to have everything clean. Notice how cleaner that would look if we didn't add any extra controls. Just tie that right into this foot control. Alright, so with that said, again, we can start with our left side. Selecting the foot control, we'll press Alt-1. Again, we'll start with a label. Alright, so we can go to string, give this a name of toes. For the default text, this is going to be for our toe bend. What's nice is that when we add this, if you ever needed to go back, you can definitely do that and change this name. Okay, now that that's done, we'll go back to our parameter type, use float. The first control is going to be for the X direction for the toe, so we'll simply label this toe X. We don't have to have a huge range for our from and to, or for our min and max. So for the from, I'm going to just put in -360. For the to, +360. The width we could also change to 100, what we've been using before, and then choose add. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this a few more times for the Y and Z axis. So it's going to be toe Y, hit enter, everything else is fine, choose add, and we'll go ahead and type in toe Z, enter, add. Alright, let's say we go ahead and take care of the right side. Selecting that control, parameter type, string. Again, the name is toes. And from there, default text, toe bend. Hit add, and now we can add those custom animatable parameters. Alright, so that's going to be float. First is toe X. Set our width back to 100. Kind of reset on us when we switched our parameter type. That's fine. It's -360. And that's +360 for the max. Add that. And then create two more. One for the Y and then one for the Z. Okay, so now that that's done, rather than using an expression to control our toe bend, we could actually use our wire parameters dialog. So to set this up, we can select our left foot control, right click, and choose wire parameters right at the bottom. Now we need to choose the custom parameter to tie into our foot bend. It's going to be our toe X. We'll start with that. And then choose our BN ball bone. Okay, from there we choose transform, rotation, 0 Euler, XYZ, and we tie that right into its X. Okay, really simple. So now it's just a matter of going from our controller to the ball bone. Now, the order of this list is dependent on what we started with first. Notice how we started with our left foot control, tying that into the bone. If we started with the bone, that would actually be on our left side. Alright, so that's just FYI. Alright, so now it's just a matter of choosing the arrow, what direction we'd like to control, and then connect. Now if we were to go ahead and move this toe X, notice it's going to move quite fast. So I'll zero that out and just use degree to radians here. So now it's just going to be capital DEG, capital T for 2, and then rad, capital R, and then concatenate the toe X. Okay, so put that in parentheses and choose update, and now that'll move a lot smoother. All right, great. So let's say we go ahead and do that for the others. Okay, so we're already here. We just need to tie in Y to Y. Choose that bottom arrow, connect, deg to rad, put toe Y in parentheses, and choose update, and then test. Great. All right, so that leaves us with one more here. So again, degree to radian, put toe Z in parentheses, and choose connect. And there we have it. There's our up and down. All right, so that finishes up our toe, and that's it for our left foot control. So we could always set up the right side. Again, if you select the control first, that's going to be loaded up on the left side. So let's see what happens if we select the bone first. All right, the BN ball bone. Right click, wire parameters, get to its transform, rotation, 0 Euler XYZ, X. Click on our foot control, object, custom attributes, X. Notice that control's on the right side now, so we need to use our middle arrow in this case. But we still use our degree to radians function. So let's type that in. Deg to rad, toe X in parentheses, choose connect. If we were to select our foot control, test that out, there it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish up here. Again, we use that middle arrow connecting to not our X, but this time to our Y, Y to Y. And be very careful of that. Okay, so again, use the arrow, connect to the Y, degree to radians, and then choose connect. If you wanted to, you could always copy this, connect, go to the Z, do the connection there, paste, and just simply change this Y to a Z and update. And there we have it. Great. So we have now finished up our foot controls and we're making great progress. So what's next to do is actually to work on knee controls. Okay, so we're going to discuss some fun things with those.